litany has begun. The listener said you would come to me. The listener sent me to deliver the litany of blood. I placed it before the Night Mother's shrine. She said the book is meant for the killer who tasted death. While that could refer to anyone in the sanctuary, I believe she intends it for you. A test, perhaps? A message, most certainly. Your brothers and sisters have gazed upon it and seen nothing but blank pages. They found it to be comforting, calming, but totally empty. Perhaps your eyes will see something more. Go and look at the litany of blood. If you see nothing, then you aren't the one I supposed you to be. The listener sent me to deliver the litany of blood. That's all you need to know, and more than I want to say. As blank as the stare in a dead man's eyes, but go ahead and see for yourself. I'm curious to find out if the listener is right about you, if you can see what's really there. Go and look at the litany of blood. If you see nothing, then you aren't the one I supposed you to be. Tell me, assassin, what did you see? So the listener was right. Tell me, what did you see? What a blessing you've received. The Night Mother has chosen you to fulfill the litany of blood. Let me ask you this. Did the passages make any sense to you? Of course. The targets must be marked in some way. Easier than I would make it, but who am I to question the listener? It's clear to me that you must decipher the litany of blood and kill the targets inscribed on its pages. What else would a book provided by the listener contain? Determine each target and assassinate them. Beyond that, the will of Sithis isn't for you or I to question. Your task won't be easy, but the listener has faith that you will succeed. You've been given a sacred duty. Perform it well and bring honor to the Night Mother and your sanctuary, assassin. Your brothers and sisters would kill to have been chosen for such a task. The listener required someone special for this task, but the Black Hand wasn't sure who to assign it to. The Night Mother always provides, though. You can read the litany. I'm sure there are clues among its words. Did you have a brush with death? It would fit, and it would explain your special sight, the reason you can read the litany. The last part is easier to interpret. Make ritual offerings with your sacred blade. The assassin's blade you were given access to when you were initiated. The Blade of Woe. It's a symbol and a sacred instrument, the will of Sithis made manifest. I'm sure the blade will play an important role as you complete the litany. There are no wrong people. The Dread Father welcomes every soul you send him, aside from your brothers and sisters. Obey the 5 tenets, and you have no fear of invoking the wrath of Sithis.
Eager to prove your worth, initiate? Yes. The Night Mother whispered and the listener has spoken. Our Dread Father demands blood. Before we begin, I offer you a chance to truly impress our Dark Patrons. 2 challenges. Complete these tasks and receive additional rewards. Just be sure to kill the target. As long as they die, our Dread Father will be satisfied. You must go to the sewer tenement. I hear it's remarkably cozy for a sewer, full of the little comforts that put our targets at ease, that make them careless. You'll be considered a trespasser, so if you want to avoid a bounty, you should avoid being seen. The sewer is a tangled nest of tunnels and cisterns. Even the most wary assassin can be caught off guard there. But we are much more than assassins, aren't we? Complete your task without alerting the residents of the sewer tenement to your presence. I'm eager to see just how swift you are. This is the perfect opportunity to put your speed to the test. An overseer stalks those sewers periodically. My challenge is simple. Kill your mark and escape the sewers before the overseer arrives. Any common footpad can murder someone. It's knowledge, refinement, and discipline that set a true assassin apart. Show me that you're truly committed to your craft. Use poison to kill this target. Our target has come into possession of a rare dwarven relic. There are many parties who are interested in acquiring it, and I'd rather not have people poking around after a murder. Destroy this bauble. Leave no trace. A dark elf named Andilo Andrano. She received a massive inheritance from her mother. Meanwhile, her brother received nothing. Fortunately, he is the prime beneficiary in Andilo's will. Greed. We'd go hungry without it. Kill this elf and return with proof.
no more warning. Get out! Ah!
The God knows how to deal with the likes of you.
You're pacing. What don't you want to tell me? If you're saying you can't control Hildegard, I'll put her down myself.
Was I not clear, Initiate? Have you dispatched your victim, Initiate? Well done. What about the challenges that I posed for this task? A soul has been sent to the Void. Pity that you weren't able to complete both of my challenges. But there's no sense dwelling on your failures. Here's your reward. Return tomorrow. There is always work to be done.
Not everyone appeals to the Dark Brotherhood through the Black Sacrament. For those with copious amounts of gold to spare, we usually indulge their more mundane requests. Are you ready to take on your first contract? Typically, you'll consult the ledger marked for death, but I've handpicked something special for your first job. Travel to the city of Kvatch, identify the target listed on this contract, then eliminate them. I encourage you to practice with the Blade of Woe, but as long as the target dies, it doesn't really matter how you kill them. Can you manage that? What are you standing around for? I'm not much to look at, and neither is this room. Anyone can find a reason to kill someone. Ambition, jealousy, humiliation. I once killed for a jester who couldn't take a joke. Careful who you heckle in Stormhaven.
Humph! This behavior is most unbecoming.
Are you a criminal? If so, you're not very good at it.
You're back, I see. How could I not? You're standing in my light. So tell me, how did you do? Well, good for you. But don't get too full of your accomplishments just yet. That was a fairly easy contract I started you with. Come back when you're ready for more. If the Speaker or the Matron give an order, though, that takes priority.